Let's talk about the mailbox, how you set it up, and how you access it and change things in there. First off, when you first set up your mailbox, your voicemail, it's going to ask you to log in with your extension, and then it's going to ask for your mailbox number, your password. So if you don't have your password, or if you've never set this up before, the password is 1234 by default. If that's the case, it's going to immediately ask you to change your password. So keep that in mind. So set it to something you're going to remember. And then once you're in there, it'll give you different options. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to hit voicemail.
Welcome to the MyTel communication system. Please enter your extension number. Please enter your password followed by pound. You have no unheard messages and 9 heard messages. Main menu. To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. To listen to your saved messages, press 3. To change mailbox options, press 7. To log off, press 8. To return to the auto attendant, press 9. To transfer to assistance, press 0. To hear mailbox status, press pound.
Okay, so 1, 2, and 3 are pretty, they're pretty standard and easy to understand.
To listen to your messages, press 1.
If you want to set up your own options and set up your own voicemail on there, you can put 7.
To change mailbox options. To record a personal greeting, press 1. Please record your greeting at the tone. When finished, press pound. Please record your message at the tone. When finished, press pound.
Hi, you've reached David McAllister from Tulare Joint Union High School District. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you. Thank you.
If your recording is correct, press pound. To review, press 1. To re-record, press 2. To cancel recording, press star. Greeting enabled. Mailbox options.
Next, let's talk about logging into the phone. You'll notice up on the top left, the PD Center is logged in, and its extension is 2059. But I want to log in personally so that I'll be on this phone. That way, if somebody calls me, this phone will ring and I can answer it from here. Logging in on these phones is called assigning the phone to a user. And to do that, you hit Options, go to Assign, and then you put in your extension and voicemail password, which we had just set up. So I'll put in mine here. Once you have your extension and voicemail password entered, you hit OK. This will take a few seconds, so just be patient, but it will be logging you in or assigning you to this phone. And there we go. You can see my name in the top left and my extension 2044 in the top right. Now let's talk about how you place a call. There's several ways to start placing a call. First off, if you know the extension, you can simply pick up the phone, dial the number, the extension, and you'll get a hold of whoever you need to get a hold of. Another way to start a call is to click any one of these lines. It puts it on speakerphone, and then you can dial, and it will contact them that way. Another thing you can do is hit the the speaker button down here. It'll select one of the lines up there, and then you can enter the extension from there. And lastly, you can also make a call from the directory. So for instance, if I'm looking for somebody, say Denise Douglas, and I don't know her extension, I can hit the directory button, and I can start typing in her name by using the keypad. Now let's see if we can get that. There we go. It's a little bit more focused. So I'm going to type in D-E-N, D-E-N, and it will start filtering through everybody who has that combination of letters. And then I can see, you might have to put in more than 3 letters, but I can see There's Denise right there, so I can scroll down to her. And I could actually make the call from here. I don't have to do any of those things before. If I pick up the phone right now, it will automatically call Denise from the directory. To make a call out, you start by doing what we just described, one of those methods. So if I pick up the phone and I want to make a call outside the school, you hit 5 first, and then you dial the number. Now that we kind of know the basics, let's talk about some of the cool features of this phone that you may not know. For example, there's something called states. If you hit state, you can see all the available states that you can have as options. We have, you can be available. Let me hit that again. In a meeting, out of the office, vacation, or you can customize your own. Now when you hit this, it gives you 5 seconds to change your state before it goes back to the home screen. And what's interesting is when you're in a certain state, you can set up different options as far as what will happen when people call you when you're in that state. For instance, if you hit out of the office, you can set it up to where when they call you, instead of ringing on their phone you're assigned to, it will automatically be forwarded to your personal cell phone. This is definitely not required, but if you are a teacher who is like a PE teacher who is outside quite often and you need to get a phone call, this might be a great option for you. Or if you're a teacher who roams and you don't always remember to log in to the phone that you're, for the room you're currently in, you can have it forward to your phone, which is kind of a good way to make sure that you're in touch in case of emergencies or in case some information needs to get to you. Let's talk about how to do that. So let's go to options here. It's going to prompt you to put in your voicemail password. And then hit OK. And we have lots of different settings down here. You can play with these if you want to on your own, like a ringtone, different kinds of things like that. But I want to talk about availability. These are the different states you have. And I'm going to hit to the right to select that. And you can see all the states. So I'm going to hit out of the office and go over. And this is where you tell it how to forward the calls when you're out of the office. So you'll notice there's actually 3 tabs up here: always, no answer, or never. So you can go through those tabs if you want. And let's talk about always. This is what will happen anytime somebody calls. And you'll notice always destination is 3101, which is the voicemail. So that means like if I'm selected out of the office, it will always go to voicemail. Another thing you can set is it for a no answer. So for instance, and right now I have it as voicemail, and you can set the number of rings that will happen before it will actually do this. So in this case, if somebody calls me while I'm in the state out of office, after 1 ring, it will go to my voicemail. So let's go to no answer. Actually, let's go to always. Either one, it doesn't really matter. If you want to change the destination, then what you can do is if you want to put in your cell phone, you can clear this, put in 5 so it dials out, and then put in your area code and phone number. Now when I set it to that, it's gonna, when somebody calls me while I'm out of the office, it will automatically go to my cell phone. Let's talk about how you forward a call. Right now I'm logged in as the PD center, and I've called myself, so I'm currently on a call. And let's say I want to forward this call to somebody else. To do that, you hit transfer down here. It'll open the new line and put that one on hold. And then you put in the transfer destination here. So if I wanted to transfer that to somebody else, I'd put in their extension, and then I'd hit transfer. One thing you might not have known about these phones is that you can make a conference call between 3 people. To do that, you first start out by making your call to your first person. Now, when I want to add somebody else to this call, what I want to do is hit conference down here. And then it will ask you for the extension. If you know it, you can type it in. If you don't know the extension, you can get it from the directory from here. And again, just like the directory, you find them by putting in 3 or more of the letters. So I'll hit select. It will hit conference. It will dial Denise Douglas to add her to this call. Once she answers, you're not connected. You have to hit one more button down here. Let's see if she answers. I don't think she will. But if she did answer, you'll have one more button right here that will connect everybody. So you'll have a chance to talk to this second person and let them know what's going on before you get the conference all together.